What's up, guys? It's Sean here with the Sean Daily Football Channel, and today I have for you the PL preview for Week 16. We're slowly coming up on halfway through the season. Let's see how this week goes. Another exciting week. We do have not many big games, quote unquote, but a lot of stories and a lot of different stuff going on. The top teams are slowly starting to look a little vulnerable. The bottom side of the table, it seems to get a little bit interesting with all teams being on the same points. And we have a lot of new managers taking charge for their first couple of games. We're going to see how they do. Without much further ado, let's start out with the first game that is tomorrow, and that is Brentford-Watford. All the Fords. The championship battle is going to be at Brentford, at the Bees and the Hornets go at it. It's fantastic. It writes itself. It's going to be interesting. I actually think Ranieri's done pretty well, but I think Thomas Frank just has been insanely unlucky over the last few weeks with not getting good results. I feel like they've been one of the better teams in the mid-tables, and I just don't think they've been good enough as far as their performance has shown. Ranieri, however, I think he's done very well since he's come in, albeit he has lost 3 games in a row. But I think I've seen more from Watford, at least. I've seen a little bit more from Watford, and I think, specifically against Chelsea, I think they were unlucky to not get a result. I'm going to go with a prediction of 2-1 Brentford. Moving on to the Saturday games, bright and early, we have Man City Wolves at Saturday lunchtime. The hiccups are back, and this is going to be an interesting one. Wolves pretty much shut out Liverpool quite well. Liverpool should have had a couple goals in that game, let's be honest with ourselves, and the Wolves didn't offer much, really. But Wolves are a bit of a bogey team for City. They always manage to hurt City one way or another. Can this new modern style of Wolves actually challenge City? City's been looking pretty imperious in the league so far this season, in my opinion. I've been very impressed with their games. At the moment, if I had to make a bet, I'm going to go with City, and I think they'll get two goals here. Bernardo Silva just looks a little too hot to handle, and I think he's been right up there with Mo Salah for best player of the season at the moment. 2-0 City. Pretty comfortable. Chelsea gonna be hosting Leeds United. Chelsea need a result, honestly. The last few results have not been good in their previous games. In the league, their last 5 games is loss, 2 wins and 2 draws. Not good enough for championship. If you're actually aiming for the championship, which they are. Leeds obviously haven't been very impressive. Does their style match up to Chelsea? Not very well, in my opinion. I don't think that style is going to do very well for them. However, Leeds have a way of impressing us and have a way of surprising us, and Chelsea do look a little weak at the moment. Can Leeds pounce on that opportunity? I'm going to go with a yes. I'm going to actually do a rogue shout here and say 2-1 Chelsea will be the end result for this game. Liverpool, Aston Villa, Steven Gerrard gets to go back to Anfield against his former team, against the job that he obviously wants. Yeah, he wants to be Liverpool manager. Let's be honest with ourselves. But it should be a great game, honestly. A big managerial bounce since he's taken over from Dean Smith. 3 wins out of 4 games. No problem whatsoever. And there seems to be a resurgence of Ollie Watkins. This is one of those cases. I don't think Dean Smith was exactly doing a bad job. I just think he got insanely unlucky. And that's just how fast life comes at you at the Premier League. 5 bad games, 5 unlucky performances, you can argue. You're out of a job. And we'll see how long the Steven Gerrard reign lasts. Liverpool just look fantastic, honestly, at the moment. I don't see them not scoring goals. 3-1 Liverpool. Yeah. Arsenal, Southampton. I kind of go back and forth with Arsenal. They were playing very, very well and playing some very good football, in my opinion, up until the Manchester United game. They should have beaten United quite easily. Like, United didn't do anything crazy, and we gave them a goal pretty much, and they just couldn't manage it at the end. And then it was just a horrible against Everton. Wow, how bad they are at finishing and putting away chances. And Southampton are good at punishing you. Southampton have been one of the surprise packages of the season at the moment, in my opinion. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say Southampton will get a win at, I was about to say Highbury, at the Emirates this weekend. It's going to be a bit of a shock game, but I believe Arsenal are not going to be able to do it. I think Southampton's got this one. Norwich City, Manchester United. Ralph Rangnick's third game in charge and his first away game as head coach of the Devils. Dean Smith has brought a little bit of a resurgence back for Norwich. They've managed to get a couple wins, a couple draws. They have some points. It's a possibility. Not a likely possibility, but it's a possibility. I don't think they have enough spice really to hold off United. I just think United look, specifically with this new front foot attacking style of play, we'll see how well the adaptation goes. I just still think United have too much quality and too many game winners. And I think enough opportunities are being created under Rangnick that the game should be an easy win for United. I'm going to go with 2-0 United. Knock on wood. Burnley, West Ham. These games are very difficult to gauge, honestly. West Ham actually lost today in the Europa League with a rotated side, obviously. It wasn't their first team. David Moyes had already made it through the group, and he did a heavily rotated side, so can't really put much credence into that. But West Ham have been the surprise package of the league so far, and the outside shout to finish in the top four. I don't think they're going to. I just don't think. There's a lot of injuries in that team, and the team is looking really, really thin, paper thin, you would argue. They really need that Jesse Lingard that we all said they should have bought, or that Tammy Abraham that we all said they should have bought at this moment of the year to really have made to be able to stake a claim. But this is a winnable game for them. However, Burnley have been a little tricky over the last 5 weeks. 2-0 West Ham still. Pretty confident. Moving on, Leicester City, Newcastle. Leicester crashed out of the Europa League as well this week and into the Conference League. Congratulations to them. Nothing like the Conference League. And Leicester are just, God, they're bad this year. I don't know is this just the level that Brendan Rodgers has with his team? Is he able to shake this off and set up a good finish? 1 win in their last 5 is not good enough. Newcastle finally got that win under Eddie Howe, and they played good. They played really good last week, in my opinion. I was very impressed. If you're going to call me a betting man, I'd put your money on Newcastle, honestly. A surprise shock win at King Power. 2-0, 1-0, 1-0. And then the final game of the week, Palace visit Everton, the battle of the mid-table spots. And both teams have had 3 losses in their last 4. Palace sitting on 16 points with Everton on 18. I think Palace have gotten a little bit unlucky in the last few games. That didn't necessarily deserve to lose a lot of these. And Everton, was that game against Arsenal a revitalized game? Was that going to give credence to this new Rafa Benitez era? I'm not sure. I don't think so, to be completely honest with you. It's going to be a very, very difficult game for both teams. More so for Everton. I don't know if they have enough organization to be able to deal with this Palace side. However, both Damari Gray and Richarlison do look very much on form. 2-1 Everton, honestly. 2-1 Everton. And that pretty much wraps up this week's PL preview. I'm very excited to get involved with these games and see how they go. We may do a preview for around Europe because there is a couple exciting games happening and maybe a spicy topic as well. Yeah, let's do those. And I will be back with you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Sean, and this is Sean Daly Football Channel. See you guys tomorrow.